can say that I consider myself a person who is undefeated. No matter what the situation is, I have seemed to conquer no matter what. Bags to Butterflies is a social enterprise. Our organization has a mission to empower formerly incarcerated women with transitional employment, resources, and a caring network on their journey to success immediately upon returning to the community from incarceration. My best friend's daughter made a split-second decision, and it has changed her life for the next 7 to 15 years. She's currently incarcerated. Prior to finding out about her incarceration, I designed handbags, and the handbags had a meaning which I at the time didn't really know, but they have come to mean employment for formerly incarcerated women. When the women come to our organization, they are just not sure what creating a handbag made out of repurposed wood, what that entails. I look at things that have been discarded, and wood for me symbolizes something that can be transformed. I know that when it comes to employment, women in general find it very difficult, especially if you have a felony on your record. The first thing they want to do is run a background check. You complete the application asks if you have a felony, and you check that box, and you're automatically, discriminated against because of who they think you are. I had that stereotype. I just envisioned these hardcore women, who were coming back into the community, and it's totally different. The women are amazing. In addition to meeting with the life coach, we provide them with a health and fitness coach. Some of them have been away 30 and 40 years. So they're getting the job skills, they're getting life skills. What I'd like the ladies in our program to take away from when they leave the program is that they can do anything in spite of their past. We all have one. When the ladies come home, we try to encourage them to find their own personal dream. What have you been dreaming about? You've been away 30 years, 40 years. What has been your dream?
From the sounds of the rain against my window pane, it's slowly driving me insane, boy. I always saw myself on stage. I was up on stage every time they had something, and I did Aretha Franklin's 5 of her records straight. That was my goal. That's what I wanted to be, a singer. I went to prison in 1976. I served 41 years. My brother at the time, he was always good to me. It wasn't none that I wouldn't do for my brother because he had done so much for me. This particular night, I was at home with my daughter, and he called me and asked me to get him in a place. I took him to that blind pig because he had to have a code to get in, and I knew the code. So when they knocked on the door and I told them the code, they opened the door, my brother rushed in, pushed me in. When we got in there, my brother told him to get on the couch, all 7 of them, and he just started shooting. He shot the men in the head one at a time, and I backed up in the corner because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So he told me to get the money. So I went and I got the money and I got the jury, but I went back into the corner and he said, "Come on." And so he had to grab me out. So we drove off. He took me back home. I went up there and I played with my daughter in the bedroom, and I heard them knock on the door and asked, my mother was downstairs on the couch, is Charlene Billups here? And my mother said, yeah, but what do you want with her? I heard them call my name, so I ran. And I ran into a closet. How they found me was I had some change on me because my mother told them I wasn't there, and the change fell out my pocket. So they came and searched the house, and they got me. And that's when I realized that I was picked up for murder.
I started this journey of learning my own creativity or discovering myself just after my divorce in 1996. I never thought of myself as a creative person. I always didn't think I was very talented at all, actually. I started playing around with wood, creating bags for an art show, and at that same time, I learned about my best friend's daughter who was incarcerated. I love anything dealing with the arts, which I didn't know before. This whole new journey of discovering myself. I'm learning that I love the arts. I'm learning that I love working with my hands. I had never done any of this stuff before, and I absolutely love it.
Met a guy at 16, first boyfriend. A year into the relationship, I was beaten every day, hit with 2x4s, had a child beat out of me. And in the midst of it, I was put in a situation of, you're gonna go with me and my brother, you're gonna commit this robbery, or I'm gonna kill your little brother. So I opted to go with them. My intent wasn't to take a life, it was to save a life. But unfortunately, I took a life. I turned myself in. At 17, I was sentenced to life without parole. During my stay in prison, I was raped. I was in the hospital. I now have a 22-year-old son that I haven't seen since he was 5. When you encounter something like that in prison, you get ridiculed, you get abused. I was called everything but my name and my number in there. Michelle has seen me go through some rough times since I've been out with family. She's seen me at my lowest about 3 weeks ago. I laid out 40 pills to take my life. And she hugged me and she told me, "You're not a quitter." I just had a strong urge to end it because I wasn't meshing with my family, and that's the first time I ever thought about taking my life. But for her to reach out to me and hug me, comfort me, get in her car and come see about me meant the world to me.
So my name is LaTanya Garth. I'm the business community liaison with the Detroit Job Corps Center. And today it was really put on my heart to do a story on incarceration. As you know, at the Detroit Job Corps Center, we deal with a lot of different students that come from different walks of life. And it's very important to put people that have been incarcerated in their face so that they can understand that if you go out here and you make a bad decision, the consequences could be incarceration.
One of my goals since I've been in prison and out of prison is to reach out to kids, and every chance that I get, I talk to kids and tell them my experience because I don't want them to live my experience. I want to go and reach out to kids and juveniles, kids in elementary, all the way up to college, and share my life story with them in hopes that if there's somebody sitting within earshot that hear my story, it'll turn their life around and they'll remove themselves from whatever they're going through. When I got that 34 years put on me, after I served it, I went to college, I learned trades, I was able to train dogs, I was able to help people that were literally taking their lives in there. I'm learning life again. I went in at 17, I didn't learn life. I'm 52 and I'm learning life. I'm learning phones, I'm learning computers, I'm learning how to catch a bus, I'm learning how to cook. I don't know how many of y'all think life is a joke, or you're bored because I'm 16, go on the other side and then tell me that.
I am presently incarcerated at Women's Huron Valley in Ypsilanti. I will be returning to Detroit in June 2019. I am writing to you in hopes of having the opportunity to meet you upon my release. My friend referred me to you. She speaks highly of you. It is my understanding that there could be an opportunity for employment at your company. I am a hard worker, positive team member, as well as a veteran of the U.S. Army, and I am anxious and giving back to the community. Thank you in advance for your time. I look forward to hearing from you and honored to meet you. Respectfully. I know. So we would love to accommodate as many women as we can. I mean, they're learning about our program. Our whole journey has been centered around empowering women when they return to the community from incarceration. So.
I've been out almost 8 months now. When I got here, I didn't know, how to do a purse. Michelle Smart explained that it was like a puzzle, and that puzzle was like putting your life together. So as she showed me, I placed piece by piece, just like it was my life.
Bags to Butterfly, to me, what we're doing is making handbags. To me, it represents remaking my life, rebuilding my life with a new beginning. So it's like a new beginning stage when you work here. You start fresh and you start new.
I grew a lot since I've been with Bags to Butterfly. It made me feel more accepted. It's just so much that made me realize how grown I am.
I think the biggest thing that I like is the atmosphere. Michelle is real sincere. She loves us, she cares. And for once you encounter somebody that goes out their way to help you and show you that there are people that will reach out to you.
Bags to Butterfly means to me like a family. We goes into her company and we build our life.
It's amazing to see my work and to know that I created something so pretty from scratch.
Everything out here, I'm still learning, When I go on the bus sometimes and I get lost, I get scared, because I don't know where I'm at. It's challenging, it's scary, but I'm gonna get it together.
I'm a college student now, looking at another degree. So 34 years in there, I've accomplished something.
My goal was to get me an apartment, get me a job, and get my life in order. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I did.
What really keeps me going are the ladies. I mean, I think just, if people just give them an opportunity and get to know them, they will find that they're wonderful people.